Hello, everyone. My name is Wendell. Today, I want to share some very informative information uh, about people that are truly working on changing and improving humankind. And I truly support everything they are doing for us. But first, let me tell you about a certain man that has made all of this possible for all of us. His name is Mark Hamilton. One day, Mr. Hamilton sent me a letter, first class, telling me that I have special gifts and untapped potentials that I wasn't aware of yet. And he wanted me to become part of his new community of people, the Neothink Society. At first, I didn't grasp the things said in his letter. That's because I was so used to living a normal and ordinary life of struggling and barely getting by all my life. I wasn't used to seeing myself being the person I was meant to be, living the life I was meant to live. And after really considering what he told me in his letter, I then started comparing my life to his letter, which was totally opposite of how I was used to thinking and believing. Now, I always thought if I wasn't born rich and successful, I had to go along with whatever life handed to me. So I accepted Mr. Hamilton's invitation and haven't looked back since. That's because Mr. Hamilton told me about a community of people he created, and I was invited to come join them. Once I joined the community called the Neothink Society, I began seeing new ways of seeing myself, new ways of thinking about my life, new ways of believing I could become the person I was meant to be, living the life I was meant to live, a life that would provide me the benefits and rewards I deserve. As you will see, my life is still changing while I'm describing these contents to you. Mark Hamilton's letter saved my life from a life of not having enough and limitations. And ever since I've been in the Neothink Society, attending as many meetings as I can each week, is showing and giving me new ways of seeing the way I look at things. I'm thinking of new ways of being a more valuable and productive person. I'm learning new ways of behaving as a more active person. I'm seeing and learning new ways of believing in myself. Because of joining the Neothink community and its amazing members, I'm learning that I'm an extraordinary person. Not only do I think of being extraordinary, but I also speak as an extraordinary person. I feel extraordinary. And I definitely act extraordinary everywhere I go. Mr. Hamilton has reassured me and many others that we can live a more productive life by becoming value creators and self-leaders of our own destiny. Mainly, he's showing us how to become the person we were meant to be, living the life we were meant to live. And by being integrated with the Neothink Society's members, it's causing me to succeed beyond anything I've ever done before. During my past podcast, I talked about the new realm of living. And basically, I still am, because this is the path I was referring to in the beginning. And now, I'm telling you where my journey first began. But because of the Neothink community, I have new and productive thoughts now. With every meeting I attend with the Neothink members, I'm gathering a better self. I'm learning that whatever I want to achieve, I must put passion, enthusiasm, motivation, and be greatly driven to have the life I truly want. The Neothink Society shows me that I'm already the law of attraction. All I have to do is see how I'm always attracting things to me everywhere I go. When Mark Hamilton first contacted me, I couldn't make heads or tails of his letter. That's because I was still trying to make heads and tails of my own life, which was filled with all those illusions, mirages, and ticklings of the ear for so many years. Whereas, when I did consider Mr. Hamilton's letter of invitation, I felt a sign of release I had never felt before. I knew I needed something different than what I was doing in my life. So I accepted that invitation. And every meeting I attend each week releases me from those illusions, hallucinations, and mental and emotional blocks that I had in my life for so many years. I don't feel the captivities of those external authorities anymore, because I'm learning to become my own authority. And this video is not about me attacking or condemning the external authorities in any way. I'm only making references to support Mark Hamilton and his amazing community of people, the Neothink Society. However, if you would go to Mr. Hamilton's YouTube channel, he would describe this much better than I do, because he's done more research on the topics. I'm just one of many people he's helping, expressing how we are becoming people we should be, living the life we should live every day. Now, I want to share some of the many benefits given to those of us already integrated inside the Neothink community. Each of us are becoming our own leader, different from the mindset we used to follow. Each of us are now working on building a better world for all of humankind with Mark Hamilton. Each of us support each other more than I've ever seen or heard anyone else do. Each of us gets better and better with each passing day. Mr. Hamilton has discovered tangible ways for humankind to come together and live very productive lives. Mr. Hamilton has created a unique community with extraordinary people like myself, ready to live the life we are meant to live every day. This extraordinary group of people that I know today are some of the most caring and sharing people I've ever met. Now, and since joining Mark Hamilton's community, I have greatly improved the way I look at things, the way I think about things, and the way I act toward humankind now. Mr. Hamilton and the Neothink Society is making a huge impact on my life, as he will do yours as well. I want to tell you more about these gifted people in the Neothink Society, but my main topic is about Mark Hamilton and what he has done for us. He's the reason I can honorably say I'm truly happy with the people I know today. Because before Mr. Hamilton and his special group of people came into my life, I used to live without knowing who I was supposed to be and what I was truly capable of doing with my life altogether. I spent years wondering and drifting in and out of situations and didn't have any real clues or self-control to my own existence. When I was younger, I didn't have a father figure, role model, mentor, nor any real living experiences. I made so many mistakes and miscalculations, which caused me to drift in and out of good and bad situations because I didn't know who I was or what I really wanted out of life, but I do today. That's why when I really look back at my past, I see how I drifted and wondered, guessing and assuming, hoping and wishing something good would happen for me. Basically, I felt like a drifter and a cheerleader to other people's lives, constantly watching people like movie stars, sports entertainers, and mainly wanting things people had in their lives that I didn't have in mine. And their statement, you need to decide which one you are going to be, one of the haves or haves not. And before getting to know Mark Hamilton and his Neothink community, I was living like I was one of the have-nots. I really want to thank Mark Hamilton for the Neothink Society and its amazing members. The Neothink Society community is helping me discover who I am supposed to be, living the life I am supposed to live every day. For the first time in my life, I am truly learning who I am and what I am capable of doing. In the Neothink community, I see my true self. To thine own self, be true. Here's a question. Do you remember having thoughts and dreams that really inspired you to go for it? But as time passed, you gave up on those thoughts and dreams because your passion, enthusiasm, motivation, and drive didn't last long enough, nor were strong enough to hold on to those thoughts and dreams any longer. So, you let them go, and they faded into your past, never to be thought of again. And I remember many thoughts and dreams and good situations with no real way to keep pursuing them. which left me feeling empty and living without those dreams I wanted to fulfill in my life. I cannot count the times I had to start all over searching for new inspirations to find my niche and my common denominator. In other words, I found it difficult searching for my purpose and passions to create better living conditions. And there were times when I told myself, there isn't any real knowledge to get ahead in life. Everything is a hoax. There's no such thing for a struggling person to get ahead unless they win the lottery, or by some luck, someone rich will come and help them. But today I realize all of that I was thinking in the past wasn't real. That false thinking was only shadows pretending to be the light. Thanks to Mark Hamilton and the Neothink Society, I feel freer. I feel a sense of urgency to improve my life so I can help others do the same. This is what Mark Hamilton is doing every day, and I deeply feel moved to assist him. And so will you when you enter this new realm of living, the Neothink Community. I don't feel like I have to give up on humankind anymore after discovering the knowledge and wisdom Mark Hamilton has uncovered for us. When Mark Hamilton sent me that letter of invite, it took some time to accept it. That's because at the time, I couldn't see how beautiful life was until he and his extraordinary group of people showed me how to look at life through different lenses. I was skeptical at first. However, I kept reading the letter until it resonated within me. As I continued reading that letter, those words started removing those doubts I had about being the person I was meant to be. His letter started enhancing me beyond my normal and ordinary way of thinking. I spent many years searching for answers to better living conditions and never found them. Whereas I should have been creating solutions to the life I wanted to live. And every week, the Neothink Community are always expressing solutions to better living, not for some individuals, but for all of humankind as a whole. As I am deeply enjoying being with the Neothink members every week, I'm not guessing and assuming, nor wishing or hoping my life will get better. My life is moving in a positive direction every day, little by little, inch by inch, step by step, day by day. In the past, I read a lot of books, seen a lot of get-rich programs, listened to gurus, teachers, leaders, you name it, and still didn't get the sense I'm getting from the Neothink Community every week, and absorbing Mr. Hamilton's literature on a regular basis. Not only do I read his literature regularly and daily, but I'm naturally absorbing it. It's giving me the energy, the frequencies, the vibrations I need to connect with the life I truly want to live every day. Even the weekly meetings inspire me with no end. There are meetings covering every subject of our lives that can truly enhance our existence. Once you read and absorb Mark Hamilton's literature, you too will see yourself rising and going beyond your normal and ordinary way of living and thinking, just like the rest of the members do. Mark Hamilton is supplying us with living knowledge and meetings that anyone has ever offered, which is very inspiring. You will become so enlightened with knowing who you are supposed to be, living the life you are supposed to live every day. And one of the most amazing things about the Neothink community is they welcome everyone to join us in this quest to free mankind from that following mindset into the self-leader mode of thinking and creating the life you are meant to live. And it doesn't matter who or what you are, your race, culture, or the background you have. I, along with many other individuals in the Neothink community, are greatly benefiting from what Mr. Hamilton has discovered for all of humankind. A new world for all people to get rich, including the poor. And I'm a prime example of that. That's because as a Neothink member, we have meetings that will reprogram your mind from all those red tape scenarios, so to speak. Just like famous people have a large cheering section in their lives, being a Neothink member will provide you with a large cheering section as well. Having great people seeing eye to eye with you every day. Having lots of people thinking on the same line of thought that you do. We are all learning how to think like-minded with each other. Mr. Hamilton has surely brought a large cheering section with him, and more are coming every day. I should know firsthand because I welcomed them into the Neothink community myself. The Neothink community is a very enriching community for everyone to join. Now, before I end this video, this extraordinary video, I ask that you go to YouTube and type in Mark Hamilton's name and listen to his videos. Let him describe his wonderful plan and purpose for all of humankind himself. He does a better job describing how to become the person you are meant to be, living the life you are meant to live. Mark Hamilton does YouTube videos weekly. So come join us. When you decide to join this very productive group of people, the Neothink community, tell them Wendell sent you. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you, Mark Hamilton. You are a great mentor to me and so many others. Thank you. Bye-bye now.